careful behind you.
Hello. Yeah, I see her.
Let me get my coffee. I'll go to my room.
You're good. I just wanted you to be aware that it was on.
I don't want to stop you from doing your stuff either.
You're not.
You don't have space over there?
No. We're live now. In there?
Mm-hmm.
You can paint everywhere.
I guess you need a table, right?
Yep. I don't need more tables in there. There's no room.
That's for sure. Oops. I'll let you do your thing.
You're good. Nobody's here. Oh, one person's here. Hey, Cindy. How are you? I'm trying to set up my iPad so I can actually see stuff.
You got the dogs with me or?
It doesn't matter. Thanks for coming. Welcome everybody who's joining. I have never been successful to schedule a live stream and actually be able to join it. So it's kind of a test. So I'm trying to see it on my iPad so I can see what people are saying. And I don't really seem to know how to do that. So yeah, so while people are joining, I'm just gonna talk to you guys. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, by the way. Some sort of blooms. Thanks for joining, Cindy. I'm so glad you joined. It was very last minute, mostly because I didn't really know how to set it up. And my husband works late on Wednesday nights, and so if I'm going to do a live, it kind of makes sense to do it when he's working so that it's not taking time away from us getting to spend time together. Oh, there it is. Okay, I figured it out. So when I flip the screen down, I want to be able to see comments, so I set it up on my iPad. I don't know how much I'll be able to see it, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, so I'm gonna prep some canvases while we're giving people a little bit to join. Things are kind of crazy right now with school, so I'm gonna try to do something on Wednesday nights as often as possible. I need to maybe set up some art auctions and stuff for Wednesday nights too. Not today, obviously, because, you know, I just decided to do this sort of today. Well, it's not true. I pondered it earlier. But anyway, so I'm gonna prep a couple of these just in case. I don't have a ton of room on the drying table. So these are the Blick gallery wrapped canvases. So I'm just gonna take the back in case we do some blooms. I am trying to not mix up a lot of paint because I have paint that needs to be used. However, I still brought some out here. Mostly I brought out some Purely Pigments. I thought we might throw a couple in there because, you know, they're fun. Let me throw this away. And so I'm gonna prep the canvas, spray the back while we're letting everyone join. And I'll talk to you guys. So if you're here with Cindy, let us know you're here. One of you might be my husband. I know. Thank you for agreeing with me on that, Cindy. And I love to use them in resin. I'll show you some stuff I made with them. Yesterday I was testing the Resiners bubble machine. Terry told me she loved it. So I signed up as an affiliate and I was testing it. And I had gotten some really cool like crystal molds. And I hope this thing's gonna let me turn my flash on when we actually record. Anyway, so this crystal mold I made with Vibrant Aqua Purely Pigment, and I put a little bit of abalone shell and what's that? Diamond Dust, the Diamond Dust one in there. So it's really cute and sparkly. I wonder if I can make my flash turn on in the back. I had it on earlier and now I don't know how to do that. So I don't want to screw it up. Anyway, that's Purely Pigments. And then this one was made with eggplant and a little bit of abalone shell. Made it a little sparkly. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'll probably make a geode with it. And then this one, it's kind of a cute shape if I don't drop it, is just abalone shell and diamond dust. So it's, you know, kind of white looking, but it's very sparkly, which you can't really tell because we have no flash. Anyway, they're lots of fun. And this one is also eggplant with abalone shell. And then, so when I was reading yesterday, I was doing that. And so yeah, I don't know which ones we'll try today. I know they're very sparkly. Abalone shell's great. I love to use the Milky Way, which is, from what I understand, a larger particulate of abalone shell. And the Shooting Star in resin, I think they're just amazing. So what I'm doing with this canvas is I'm just going to tape the back, and then I'm going to, you know, so I can make a mess with the resin. And then I'm going to spray it, because what's annoying about square canvases is they kind of bow in the middle. So if you spray them really nicely with some water and let them tighten up, they'll spread out and be same thing like you would do with a level 1 canvas. But I find, especially for blooms, if you don't want your stuff to sink and move around, it's good to do that sort of thing. So anyway, so where are you located, Cindy? Oops. And then once I tape this, I'll probably flip you down and we'll see what we're gonna do. I'm on a mission to use up some sour lemon that I've had mixed up for a year, maybe 2 years. Let's not judge, but it needs to be used because it's beautiful, and since it's spring, it's a good time to use it, you know? So now that we've got it taped, I'm gonna spray the back. So somewhere I put that spray bottle. Somewhere. I brought it. Where did I put it? Well, that's lovely. So I put it somewhere. Let me find it. I have a bunch of stuff in here. Give me just a second. There it is. I found it. Okay, so I'm just going to spray the back of the canvas with, it's just filtered water. You can use like other things, but I don't really see that that's necessary. And so while I'm messing around, this will tighten up those corners a little bit. I'm probably going to use my blow dryer, but I am going to need to make a fresh Cell Activator. So that'll give that a chance to do its thing. I am putting this thing on my arm to protect my watch because I'm very messy. Very, very messy. And I brought all this stuff in here to make paint, but then I realized that my infinity container is empty. So I'm probably going to put some Dynasty, Bare Dynasty. I do have Infinity in here. So this is what I use in my pouring medium, in case anybody is unaware. My tutorial video actually uses Sherwin-Williams Infinity Gold, which also works well, but it separates a lot when it's not being used, and that's annoying. So this is my favorite, and so I'm just gonna stir it up and decant it into this messy container. Hey, Chloe. And hopefully that'll just make sure if some paint is made that we have paint in here. I should have gloves on for sure. So anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I should obviously plan these better, but we do what we can. So this is kind of one of the things I like about Infinity. It's just been sitting in this can for who knows how long, and it's not separated. The other one separates, and so then it makes it kind of lumpy when you go to mess with it. And it separates once you've mixed it with your paint. I mean, it's fine, it stirs back up, but I like this one better. I need to move my iPad. It's in the danger zone. So let me move it out of the danger zone onto the grapes over here. Now, and then we have this taken up, and we'll get down to it. I'll flip you down. So I'm a little torn between playing around with new colors. Really, Casey? Oh crap. So Casey said that the link had you guys waiting. Really? I thought I did it right this time. Oh crap. Hope. I guess there's nothing we can do about it now. I'm glad you're here. Casey, by the way, in case you haven't found it yet, this is the one I was telling you about. Bare Dynasty Deep Base Semi-Gloss. Sorry you were waiting. I didn't mean to be rude. So, I was telling Cindy that I'm torn between, well, I was starting to tell her. I'm torn between using up some colors I already have that I need to use and mixing up new colors. Because as we know, I always have too many colors mixed up, and then I continue to perpetuate the problem by mixing up new colors. Oh, you're welcome. Really? That's so weird. So I downloaded this thing called Prism something, and it allows you to connect from your phone to your scheduled live stream, because you know YouTube is kind of dumb about that. They're like, yeah, schedule your live stream, and then you can't join it, which is dumb. Anyway, I think we're gonna do a bloom with this. This is Sour Lemon. This is a Prism pour color. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to turn my flash on, which is gonna be a bummer. Anyway, I have a bloom that I did that was accidentally really pretty, and I used Sour Lemon and Magenta and Teal, and I really like it a lot. So I kind of think we might do that first, because I need to use it, and you know, you never know if it's gonna work like it did the first time, because the first time it was like, whoa, but that could have been a fluke. So I prepped this little guy, this little 8-incher. This is what a canvas should sound like before you pour on it, like a drum. If it doesn't sound like this, it's not tight enough. Everyone here probably knows that, but it's a fun noise to make, so. So let's make a cell activator real quick before I turn you guys upside down. I use these little plastic cups that I get on Amazon. Sometimes the things break off, but thanks, Cindy, I hope so. But I like that you can let them dry and peel the paint out and reuse them. So they're all dirty, but I'm gonna use it anyway. So Australian Floetrol. Sorry about the noise. You want to shake it up really well. I get mine from Pixel Paint Designs. Most of you know that already. And there's a 10% discount in the description box using Mandy 10. It's also where I get my boom gels, and I'm about to have a boom gel crisis with Willy Wagtail Black and some others. So, gonna have to go in there. Anyway, I bought mine on eBay and all that. It's just as cheap to get it from Audrey, and she ships it from the United States. So, Aubrey, renaming her Aubrey. Anyway, wonderful prices. But you know, just like with anything, it sells out sometimes, so you have to get some more. Or just wait until they restock. So I think I use black Cell Activator for this. And I like Lamp Black from M. Graham. It's expensive, but you can use Amsterdam. But I like it because it gives you these cute tiny little cells, and they stay better most of the time. Thank you, Casey, because YouTube is weird. Okay, so we're gonna make this cell activator. The way I do it, I put 1 doohickey of Floetrol in first, then paint, then mix it. So it's creamy and, you know, they're getting along. And then I add the other, I usually do, this is a medium body paint, I usually about 3 to 1. But in my mind, this works better. So that was 1 teaspoon. I don't have enough time to paint, so I only do like a tablespoon worth of Floetrol at a time. So then this is the paint, and then your spoon's easier to clean because you primed it with Floetrol. It's just smart this way, I think. I got it from Shelly, Casey. I learned it from Shelly, so I take no credit for that. I saw her use it once on a live. She commented about the little cells. I like the little cells. And so we can thank Shelly. Okay, so you can see that now it's sort of like a soft body paint. Now we put in the other Floetrol. And I'm just gonna do 2 more little Scoopy-Doos. And, you know, don't measure exactly because, oh, I just remembered something. I don't measure exactly because you gotta go by consistency. But if you're curious about ratios, that's kind of the baseline. And yeah. So when I did this the first time, I used Interference Blue, and it was awesome the way it worked with and I just used it because I needed to use it, you know. But in my mind, yellow and blue are complementary colors, sort of. Orange and blue are. See, I actually keep it thicker for swipes because, you know, you can get away with more with swipes. So Casey said she actually uses a thinner ratio for swipes, but she does 3 to 1 for blooms. Everybody's different. Also, you know, I'm in Texas. It's hot here. Not yet hot, but it will be hot. Like, take your breath away hot. And so sometimes climate makes a difference. So ideally you want it to be the consistency of whipped cream. You see how it bounces back? That's good. Bouncy, bouncy. Yeah. And if you look at the side of the thing, which you probably can't see, but it beads up like fatty cream does. So that's our cell activator. But you can use Amsterdam. If I use Amsterdam, I also use lamp black. Oxide black is a little bit more transparent. Works good. Like lamp black better. So yeah, there's that. So we're probably going to use that sour lemon and this Hansa Yellow Light from colourarte. It's a vivid intense color. And then maybe my plan is going to be foiled. Oh, nope, we're good. So the only other thing that we're going to have to mix, so we're going to use quinacridone magenta. This is actually Atelier because I already had it mixed up. And this is golden teal, and I put some sort of ink in there, but I don't remember what I did. It was a long time ago. But I think we are going to mix up some interference blue. Maybe. So what I will do, or we could swap the magenta for pure magenta, and put interference blue in it. Could work, right? The only thing is, lamp black, bone black has a little bit more of a brownish tint in my experience. I think it actually is. So carbon black is the darkest, I think. Lamp black is, I think lamp black is either opaque or semi-opaque. Carbon black is opaque. Bone black, I don't know if it's opaque or not. This is a good Leslie conversation. Where's Leslie? She would know. But I think bone black is actually made from bones, which is kind of gross. Anyway, so should we do purely pigments magenta with interference blue in it? Or should we do magenta and use interference blue separately? I'll let y'all decide. Either way, I have to mix. Fantasy, I think I made that up. Dancing fuchsia. I could go get that, but I don't have it out here. I'm pretty sure I made up fantasy fuchsia. I'm pretty sure it's just dancing fuchsia. Okay, so I don't know what to do, but either way, I'm gonna have to mix interference blue. So we'll do that. So I'm gonna put you down as soon as I make sure that I know how to do that. Hold on. First, you're gonna go on a wild ride. Upside down. You might first see the ceiling. Woo. Okay, ceiling, down, nope. Yay! I didn't hang up. Now can I make my flash? You guys, when you go live on YouTube, you cannot turn your flash on, and it is the most annoying thing ever. But look at that. Okay. Now can I zoom in? Yes. Okay. Now you're upside down, but y'all don't mind that, right? Okay. Dancing. Yeah. Flash and zoom. Wow. Okay, so let's mix some interference blue for funsies, and then, oh, I should put gloves on. Sorry about my reach. I'm so happy that the flash works, because sometimes when you do lives, you have the prettiest blooms and nobody can really see anything about them. Huh, thanks. I guess I just don't mind being embarrassed that much. Okay, so, it does, especially when you have no idea what you're doing and people are in the waiting room. That's okay. I need to do more art auctions and stuff, and it's just easier when you're more consistent with doing lives, and if you can schedule them and actually join your lives. Casey, were you here when I scheduled a live and I couldn't join my own live? And that was embarrassing. So It was super embarrassing. There were people waiting, talking. Okay, so we're gonna put a little Jo Sonja in here. And we're just gonna disperse the interference blue. Where is it? And I feel very discombobulated today. So I can't decide if we should, did you guys decide between, oh, she was? Aw. Did you guys decide if I should do the Purely Pigment and Interference Blue or the Magenta and Interference Blue by itself? Or do you guys even care which direction we go? Thanks. I appreciate that, Casey. I don't understand why it did that when I was able to join the scheduled one. Anyway, whatever. YouTube needs to get it together. So this is our interference blue, funsies. We could do the same way I made it the first time. And then Purely Pigments, okay. So the reason why it was really cool is, and I haven't resined it yet, maybe I'll resin it live and show you guys, not today, but maybe on a different one. Because the pop of the interference blue just made a huge difference. Now, mixing this up real time, we're gonna have some bubblies, but that's okay. So Purely Pigments. Oh, well, I don't know. Oh, look, it happened to me. Huh. My dropper is in there somewhere. Oh, well. But what's crazy is it's got to be in there in pieces. You know how Leslie said some of the glass ones broke? Well, now we know what it feels like for it to break. Okay, so that's really cool. We need some more. What a bummer. It's okay. And I don't even think I shook it very aggressively, but what's crazy is it's in there somewhere. Okay, 1 second. I think I have a dropper in here. If not, I don't know if we're this kind of brave, right? Whew, gosh. For that kind of brave. The plastic ones break too, or the glass ones? What a booger. I saw her mix the interference blue and the pure magenta once on a live, and I was in love with it, but it was in resin. I'm still pretty in love with it. So, yeah, except my tweezers are crazy, but I think for now this will work. I'm gonna hit it one more time. It's probably a lot more magenta than we need. I mean, the lid still works. So I just need to fetch the craziness out of there. And I'll just use a dropper, no big deal. We improvise. All right, so we've got plenty of Jo Sonja in here, I'm pretty sure. We're going to get some of the Infinity. It's gonna have some bubbles. I like to add a little at a time. I don't know why, but it seems to make a difference in your color saturation if you just do a little at a time. Now, this is only the second time I've used Purely Pigments in blooms. The first time was I used Golden Nickel, and I mixed it right in to my pouring medium. I didn't mix with gel gloss or anything. I mean, I suppose you could, But, hey Pam, you made it. Oh, I'm sure she would too, Cindy. I'm gonna use it like this though. With all the trouble getting bottles right now for the new set, I'd rather she have them for customers, you know. Glad you made it, Pam. Casey said something about the link had y'all in the waiting room, and I thought I figured life out this time. So, Pam, we are gonna do another bloom in a color I've already done, but instead of using magenta and interference blue separately, we mixed the pure magenta purely pigment with some interference blue. So it's a beautiful color. So we're gonna try that instead. Let's see about our consistency. It seems watery enough. Okay. So, and I made a black cell activator. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use some white boom gel. We're gonna use this Hansa Yellow Light color from colourarte. I keep reaching across the camera, you guys. I need to just move this over here and stop doing that. Sorry. Excuse me. So this is a Vivid Intense color. These colors tend to thicken up a little. I think it's because of how pigmented they are. That's okay. We'll put a little bit of Jo Sonja in it and it'll be fine. So I'm trying to use up some paint colors I already have mixed up before I mix up much more. But you know how it is, like you always want to play with things, but I still brought out these purely pigments anyway. Okay, so we're going to use this one. We're going to use Boom Gel. Okay, I'll show you, Cindy. So this is Boom Gel. Don't mind how dirty the bottle is. I'm very messy. So Boom Gel is acrylic paint, but it's like the perfect consistency for blooms. It's an Australian product. You know, Australians have all the good paint things. But what's kind of cool about Boom Gels is they work really nicely in blooms. This is Sour Lemon, in case you guys didn't see it earlier. This is a Prism Pour color. By the way, there's of course a colourarte discount code in the description box too. Mandy 1120. Right now it's 20% off. If you watch Leslie's lives, you know that she is working on a membership program, so that percentage may change, but that's okay. The coupon code will not. So anyway, Boom Gel underneath your Cell Activator. It's very cell reactive, but it also is, even though it's an acrylic paint, it doesn't make mud very easily like regular paints do. So what I like to do with the black and the white is put it under the Cell Activator, excuse me, and it does a really nice job creating some fun cells without totally taking over. But if you use too much, it can take over in the sense that it causes your cells to continue to react. So it can actually it can take away from the composition. So you just want a little bit. So I'll show you. We're going to use it in this one. So this is Golden Teal. And like I said, I put something in it. I think I put some drops of Indigo High Flow from Golden, but it's been a long time, so I'm only speculating at what I actually did. So we're going to use the Lamp Black Cell Activator. I have pillow paint right here, but I have a bad feeling that this is the Valspar. I'm so disorganized today, you guys. Thank you for being patient. Let me move. I brought in a different tripod so I could talk to you guys while I was starting, since I don't get to do that very often. So let's try this. Expiration date on gift cards. You know, Pam, I haven't heard if there is one. That would be a good question for us to ask her. I don't know that she has built them with an expiration date. I had a whole conversation with her about this the other day, and that never came up. So if I find out the answer though, I will tell you. I don't think that they're built with an expiration date in mind at this point. I think it's a very cool idea. Yeah, so Cindy, she did the, okay, good, Casey. So the gift cards right now, anybody who purchases a gift, this is the way I understand it, and I hope I'm not wrong. Right now, anybody who purchases a gift card before she launches the new membership would be considered a founding member. And so you would automatically kind of be in on the insider things in the future. But in the future, when you join the membership, it would have like tiers, is the way I kind of understand it. Okay, good. So I think that's kind of cool. I think it'll be fun for you guys to be part of that. I'm just putting my hair up real quick because I always get my hair in the paint. I think it'll be fun for you guys to be part of that, like when there's new things coming out. She has a lot of really good ideas. I was even talking to her about, you know, down the road after this whole membership thing is established, like it'd be fun to do maybe like subscription boxes or mystery bags that people can purchase if they want to, like for a, you know, like a low monthly thing when you get like some sort of cool surprises or whatever. Those are always kind of fun. Never know what you're gonna get. Okay, so we're going to put down our pillow paint. I usually prime these first, so I'm really living on the edge. So this is a cradled wood board from Lowly Veffy. I have the back taped, but there's a little circle here. I did sand the edges, but because we're not leaving any negative space, I'm not too worried about priming them. But the reason I prime them with spray paint is sometimes the wood, from the moisture in the paint, the grain becomes more pronounced. That doesn't really bother me because they're wood, but some people notice that. But, oh, you do, Pam? That's cool. I always think that those are neat. And you know, sometimes like if you don't want to necessarily spend a lot at once, but you want a little sampling of something, you know, maybe you don't want a full set of primary elements, but you like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I think those are kind of neat. Woo. Yes, it sure can. We're gonna find out if it does. Okay, so we're gonna use, this is my hair dryer. I'm gonna use this because this is big. I like it because look at the size of the little mouth. It's kind of the perfect size for blowing out blooms. So I like it. This is the Babyless. Now the Babyless has a travel size. I don't have that one, but I have seen people use it. I also have that like flower type one that Tammy Anderson uses for Dutch pours. I don't really like the way that works on blooms. Some people do. I do really like this one. So I expand with my breath and then I use this. It's not terribly easy to control, but it's definitely not the most difficult. Little booger was expensive though, so if I were to try it, I would try the travel size one. But, you know, as much money as I spent on various hair dryers for blooms, and now I have like a bunch of them, I think in the grand scheme of things, it was worth the money to find one that I actually like. So, and I used a gift card, so that softened the blow. But it is in my Amazon shop. I have too much paint in the middle here, so I'm just gonna pull it to the edge. I feel like I've been talking for like the longest time ever. I'm so used to doing quick videos and voicing over. This paint is thick, you guys. Okay. I'm just letting it expand just a little because otherwise it's gonna do that. Okay. Won't be able to see y'all for just a second. Okay, so we're gonna put the sour lemon down first, and then I actually want a lot of it. I know this is a lot of paint. I actually meant to put this Hansa yellow. Oh no, I didn't. And then we're going to put a little bit of the Hansa yellow light, which is actually a much cooler yellow, but it still works. I'm going to put that right there. And then we're going to put our Purely Pigments concoction with the interference blue, because magenta over yellow is always amazing. And because I like that so much, we're going to use a lot of it. And now we're going to do the teal, which has a lot of bubbles in it for some reason, and it's also quite thick. Now, teal from Golden loves to take over, so we're going to try not to let it. Try being the operative word. But it looks like so little. So tempted to add more, but I can't. Okay, then this is our Sterling Wax White Boom Gel. And I'm gonna do my best to do what I said and only put a little bit. These lids are not the easiest to squeeze. And sorry, I just noticed these bubbles in the center where your cell activator will be, can be kind of difficult because they pop with your cell activator and they make ugly cells. Sorry, it was a little naked in one spot. Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit, and that's probably plenty. And then our cell activator looks like a cute little snail. Okay. Oh no, you little booger. That would have popped in our cell activator and been so ugly. This is how I mess things up, you guys. Let's see. This is how I do it. Okay. And we're going to my stupid cell activator is creating bubbles too. Stop doing that. Look here. I'm in charge, not you. Okay. And I'm letting it sink too long. It's because of how I'm putting it on there. All right, knock it off. Okay. Ooh, nervous. Okay. Cool. Uh-oh. Okay, so our pillow paint is problematic, so hold on just a second. No! Okay. Man, that was really close. So you see, you probably can't tell from the angle that you're at, but with the pillow paint was like not moving. And so, you know, ideally you want to skip your cell activator across your paint, and it was just like, I'm going to go this far and then you're on your own. And so obviously that created some issues, but we were kind of victorious in the sense that we were able to catch it before it completely folded on itself. Okay. I'm tempted to keep messing with it, but I'm kind of afraid to, right now what we have in this, like in this general area is working. And you don't want to really re-blow over places you've already blown. So let's gentle spin it and see what happens. This is going to be very different than what I originally did. So the good thing is it won't be exactly the same. But look at the colors on that little guy. Okay, so I can't see anything that you guys are saying yet. So if you're saying something that I'm missing, I'm so sorry. Oh, thanks, guys. Hey, Lisa. Sorry about that. Glad you made it. Okay, so you see how all of this is this way? Man, that pink color that we made is fantastic. So I'm going to shift this just a little bit on the spinner so that more of the weight of the paint goes to that side. You don't want to do it too much because then you get wonky cells and your canvas flies off the thing. Ask me how I know. But, okay, there's a couple of bubbles that are creating some really horrible measles, so bear with me just a second. And let's see. This is definitely different than the first one I did, but I really like it. I think putting the interference blue in the magenta kind of made it more of a kind of a purpley pink. Well, I mean, obviously, right? But it definitely gave us a different feel than just using the interference blue. So I'm glad we did it because this one is different than the other one. You know what I mean? So, but look how cheery it is. Oh, I love it. And I'm getting paint all over my Purely Pigment bottle. Poor little guy. Okay, now I have to help the edges a little bit because the paint needs to cover the sides. So, but now we're getting better full coverage. We have this one part where we have a lot of black. But can you see how adding just that little bit of the white made a difference in the kind of the cells? It's maybe hard to see from how far away you are. I can't wait to show you guys how much paint I got on this poor magenta Purely Pigment bottle. So I'd like to get this stark black off. But if I don't, it won't be the end of the world. What I don't want to do is compromise the composition for that one spot. I've done that so many times. And we're reaching the point where if we spin much more, these cells are going to be sad. So I think we're just going to leave that black part. It's probably not as noticeable to anyone but me. But unfortunately there are a lot of bubbles because of me mixing up that magenta color. Wow, you guys, I really like this one. I really, really do. This is really cool. Okay, I need to take off gloves so that I can put on some cleaner ones. But what do you guys think of our color combo? Thank you. I really like this yellow color. It's a beautiful color. Yeah, we certainly could do one without the boom gel stain. I like it though because it creates these, like especially right here, you get these cool patches of the cute little white cells. I need to pop these white bubbles. My hand is not steady enough right now. Okay, so let's think about what we're gonna do with this 8-inch. I don't want to bore you guys, but I just need to get this to the point where I can move it to the drawing table real quick. So my favorite parts of this, I don't know how well you can see it, but they're right here and right here. Like obviously we have some opportunity out on the outside because of how that blew out, but I still think it's definitely salvageable. And I think under resin, you'll be really able to see how beautiful this color is. And it's fun to know that that pure magenta with the interference blue looks really beautiful mixed up as a bloom paint. We knew it looked beautiful mixed up in resin because Leslie mixed it in a live one day. And I remember I was like, oh my gosh. So now we know it's also beautiful as a bloom paint. So can you guys see this here where this starts to get sad? That's what happens when we start to overspin, where your cells, the best way I can describe it is like, it's like they're depressed. They start to go, wah. That's what happens when we start to spin too much, is they start to get kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas, kind of sad. I don't know why that reminds me of like those weird little characters. So obviously we have some places that are a little bit messed up, but whole picture, I'm a fan. So I hope that you guys are too. I need to move it to the drying table and then we'll do another one before. I don't know how long we've been doing this. Oh, thanks, Casey. Oh, with and without boom gel. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Thanks, guys. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, so let me get different gloves on. And then I just need to set it away really quick. So give me a couple minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna get some gloves. I'm gonna try to hold it up a little bit so you can see it a little closer. And then I'll show you what I did to my poor Purely Pigment and Boom Gel bottles. Poor guy. Here's my Boom Gel. I better not hold those up because, you know, it's just like asking to drip it on there. I wish I could have spun this and this a little bit further, but the sad cells, they would have started popping up everywhere. And then I would have been sad. I prefer wood, Pam. Personally, it's just more expensive. But I like canvas too. I take a lot more chances with canvas. And a lot of paintings make it on canvas that on wood I would probably paint over. Okay, let me see if I can show you guys Ooh. Okay. So you can see the center. Over here, you see those cute little white outline cells? That's the boom gel. All right. Okay, so let me put this guy away. Just gonna take the drips off the bottom. And unfortunately, there is a bubble popping on the side, messing up the side. And there's not much I can do about it other than dab it with my finger. So, oh well. Okay. So that's why priming is helpful, because I usually use Rust-Oleum 2 times paint and primer because of that. Yeah, I guess they kind of do. So I got this, I'll tell you guys about it in a second. Whew. Okay. Okay, let me go put this away. I'll be right back. Okay, so now what to do with this one. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I love using MDF. I think you totally should do that, Cindy. You know, Pam, when I tilt, most of the time I get wonky cells. Maybe it's just the way I do it, but... Okay, so we've done the bright and cheery colors. And we know that this magenta color looks great. So I don't know what to do next. Let's see. We could either use the same colors or we could use, hey Pamela. I hate resining too. I still do it, but I don't like to do it either. Well, welcome. So we have, trying to see if I were to do a bloom and use up some colors, what we could do. I don't have, oh yeah, most of them have it, Lisa, the MDF sheets. They're 2 feet by 4 feet. That's what I cut geode shapes. You should have seen it, Pamela. I just did a bloom with this pink. I know pink is your jam. Let me show you. We just did this one. You would have been a happy person. Oh, look, I think this is a piece of glass. think that was a piece of, maybe not. What was that? Huh, maybe not. This is Pure Magenta, Purely Pigment with Interference Blue. Leslie did it once in resin and I was like, yes, please. So you guys want more pink. I thought it was too, Casey, but I rubbed my fingers together and I'm still alive. So it must not have been. So if you want more pink, then why don't we do, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's super cool. Extra sparkle. Okay. Hey, welcome. I didn't see you. Medina, I forgot your first name. I know I knew it because I approved you in Leslie's group. But I forgot it. Pink, turquoise, and gold. Gold might be troubling. But turquoise. Michelle, thank you. Welcome, Michelle. So we have Frozen. Gold. My gold is in a difficult situation right now because the one I have, okay, we'll do that. We kind of just did that though. I forget my own name sometimes too. Pam, I just finished using all your Venetian red from that one time. But I do agree with you, it's a beautiful color. Now I'm gonna wanna mix it up all the time. Thanks to you. So if you want gold, you want mermaid, like TLP mermaid. Well, oh, hold on. Chloe, come here. My dog's trying to go on where the painting is. Come here, Chloe. Chloe, come on. She thinks that she's an artist too. So I have gold, but it's too fluid right now. But I can mix up another one. It kind of reminds me of Jasmine too. Casey, which mermaid are you talking about? TLP or something from colourarte? What issue do you have, Pam? I do have gold. Cell Activator is just different. Which one are you using? Oh, Resin Art Mermaid. They, Resin Art's Mermaid is, I'm trying to remember what it looks like. So in my experience, Pam, it's just different. And I find it to be challenging to work with because I like tight little cells, and gold Cell Activator generally, because it's a metallic, gives you bigger cells. Like I can get it to work. It just, I'm always a little disappointed because I like these cute tight little cells. You know what I mean? Okay. I have Frozen, which is kind of similar to Surf's Up in the resin art. So this is Frozen. It's also a little thick. And that would probably be cute with that pink. Yeah, Maya Gold and Zeus would be pretty together. We can do a gold Cell Activator if y'all want. I just have to make it. The other thing that you can do is, I find that gold Cell Activator works best as a dual Cell Activator, either with white or with black. You can also make cell activators out of Amsterdam pearl colors and make one out of their like interference gold and layer it. So there's a lot of things you can do. For cell activator, I like from the gold side of things. I like rich gold from Atelier. I also like one of them from Pebeo, iridescent, I don't remember what it's called, but white and black CA. Oh, darker. I think TLP Mermaid is kind of actually similar to this frozen color. Otherwise I have it, I could mix it up, but because I still have this, I would hesitate to mix up something similar. Yeah, it is a pretty color. I haven't used the TriArt Gold as a cell activator yet. I've used the TriArt White. I guess I need to land the plane on what we're going to use. So, I have used gold, deep teal, the vibrant aqua. We could do that. Apparently I need to be less aggressive in how I shake these. So we're putting 1 drop of vibrant aqua in frozen. So it's just going to green it up a little bit. Because vibrant aqua is quite green. So it's almost like we put interference green in here. Yeah, 24 karat is pretty. Lisa, did you get the metallics from Jo Sonja? Because those work great. I have that gold mixed up. I can get that gold out. This actually looks quite nice. Okay, guys, I'm torn. So, do we do the same colors and just swap out? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Now I'm wondering if we should do a gold cell activator, but I think you guys have endured this for a long time already. I have a lot of colors. This is, what other colors of Boom Gel, Pam? I have black and white out here. I have purple. I have Lily Pilly Pink. I have like an orangey yellow. I have a deeper blue. I have a light blue. I have parrotfish green. I have a different thingamajigger, something that's more teal. Mallee ringneck blue. I have Lily Pilly Pink. I have, oh yeah, Frog Princess pretty. I'm never a big, like, huge green paint fan, but colourarte has so many of them that it's hard not to like it. You know what I mean? Okay, so teal. So we've got teal. Do you guys want me to add a purple into this mix? Because I could either add a purple Boom Gel, or I kind of have a bunch of colors out here just waiting. I also have deep violet, which is obviously going to be warmer. But if you want, I can get the purple? Okay. Do you want me to do this warm purple, or do you want me to get the native violet, which is a little bit more on the diox purple side? Maybe we'll use some of this cherry sorbet for funsies. Foam gel. Okay, I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back after these messages. Give me just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to start putting stuff on here and we'll see what happens. What'd you order, Lisa? I'm lost too, Casey. We're going to find out. Oh, don't be scared, Pamela. You'll be good. Okay, so I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. Let's see. This paint was kind of mean to us the last time, but we're gonna hope for the best. And it's only a canvas, so we don't have to cry if we don't like it. And let's see, this is still a lot of paint on here. And so the one thing I will say about these square canvases is the sides can be very difficult. So sometimes it's good to moisten your sides with your gloved hand so that your paint will glide a little easier. And, you know, just be okay with your corners not being perfect, because I've ruined a lot of paintings because of that. And unfortunately, everything I just did caused bubbles. So I think we're going to use some yellow again because we can, and it's already out. And okay, so we're going to use some sour lemon again. This one actually might be really similar to the first one. That's okay. We liked the first one. And it's spring. So, which reminds me, I've got to do a painting for that spring color art dealie. So now we're going to do, well, I say that, this looks really messed up, so maybe we're not going to use this. So this is Cherry Sorbet. This is from the Frosted Sorbet set, and they're very sparkly, very, very sparkly, which means they have a large particulate. So if you're particular about your composition, I like to put something with a large particulate at kind of near the bottom, because sometimes it can mess up your lines a little bit toward the top. So let me, but this has been revived a lot of times, so hopefully you can kind of see how sparkly it is. So sometimes I like to find a reason to use it because I don't want to waste it, but it's also very thick. So we're gonna use it in here. But I don't want to use too much of it because I don't think I thinned it down enough. All right, now we'll use our magenta color that we made. And then we'll use the frozen color that we mixed with the vibrant aqua. And then I think we'll actually use some teal again. Oh, I forgot you were talking about Joe Sonja, Lisa. Okay, so then this is frozen mixed with a little vibrant aqua, which actually made a very nice color. Good suggestion, Casey. And that should look really nice with the purple boom gel. But we are going to drizzle a little of the regular teal. Just for some stability. And sorry, you guys might have heard my dog snort. The Native Violet Purple Boom Gel. And I haven't used this in a while. And I'm probably gonna put a touch of white because I'm gonna use a black Cell Activator and I need a little bit of a buffer between all of these dark colors. Then, yikes. Just a smidge, probably not quite as much as the last time, she says, as she keeps going. Okay. All right, now, black Cell Activator. Okay, probably a wee bit too much. Oh well, okay. Let's see. Okay. Corner got a little messed up. Let's hope that we can redeem it. Ooh, okay. Okay, not bad. We definitely got the blow messed up over here. You know, you can't always control the hairdryer, right? I'm a little nervous about how naked this is. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, let's not push it too much. She says, and then she keeps blowing. Cute little cells right here. Okay, so let's gently spin and... Okay. Gentle, gentle. Let's see, which one is the most naked? Well, let's start in the center. I'm sorry if I'm missing everything that y'all are saying. My iPad's like over there. Hey, this isn't bad. It's actually quite cutious. Okay. but there are some very problematic little these. So before they get worse, let me pop them real quick. That one popped on its own. Good job with the suggestion to add the native violet. What's fun about Boom Gel is it doesn't blend with your color so much. So if you're iffy about adding a color that you're like, I don't know if that's going to make mud, try it with the Boom Gel first, because the chances of it being muddy are less. I don't know why, because it's acrylic paint, so I don't really know why that is, but it is that way. But it's cute. And I'm glad we used the yellow. It's sort of like, I'm still here, because I covered it up with so much color. But it's still showing off a little. Okay, let me, okay. I'm gonna be a little bit more assertive this time. Oh, I got my arm in the paint. I hope that you guys have not been bored. I know that we've only done 2 this whole time, but we did some mixing, and so my corners are a little naked, but we're okay with that. Naked corners are a-okay. They're only naked on a couple of sides. Not all the corners are naked. I'm helping them a little, but I no longer sacrifice paintings for corners. I've done it before. One more, just to make sure we have enough paint off. I don't want sad cells, so and I have a couple of bubbles I'm gonna have to pop. But yeah, okay, it's not jiggling too much. So yeah, I think it's okay. Give it one more gentle spin. And then I will have to change gloves. Show you guys a close-up. This one is quite different from the first one because of the addition of the violet. And obviously we tinted that frozen color, so it's got a little bit more of a aqua green than a teal blue feel. So that kind of made it a little different, which I like the way it looks though. Now you know, if you have frozen and you want it to be just a smidge more green, just put a drop of Vibrant Aqua in it and voila. Okay, these stupid white bubbles. Okay, let me take off my gloves for a second, and then I will do something and show you guys a close-up. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Yeah, I know you like yellow, Casey. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna try, so to answer Casey's question about doing them more often, I'm gonna try to do them on Wednesday nights when time permits. Just realized my camera is giving you guys a weird angle. Because my husband works late Wednesday night, so I'm just out here by myself anyway doing homework. So I'm gonna try. I also need to do some art auctions and stuff because I need to start doing more fundraising for Brazil. So I figured if I did an art auction, I'd probably do it on Wednesday night anyway. So, but that requires a little bit more preparation. No problem, Cindy. Thanks for joining. I gotta get up at that time too. I think we're pretty much done anyway. I'm just gonna show you guys this close up. Thank you so much for hanging out. Michelle said, I'm completely ignorant about all this. Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining. What are you ignorant about, Michelle? About blooms? we're ignorant about other different kinds of art. Like I heard you do some beautiful work. Let me show you guys this close up and then I'll put it away. And then I'll talk to you guys for a minute or two while I clean up, because I have quite the mess out here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So she does beautiful quilts. Leslie was telling me about them. And Michelle actually lives not that far from me, probably half an hour or so. We just learned the other day. Oh, thanks Lisa. Thanks for joining. So Michelle, this is called the bloom technique, and it is kind of challenging. And even though I've done it for like 4 years already, I still have days where I'm like, what the heck? Why did I even try today? So this is using house paint, and we have another bubble. And, but these pieces are lots of fun when they're resined. Ooh, okay, I think you guys are gonna like this one up close. Let me pick this little guy up and show him to you. I just realized that the way that the camera is angled when I film, I usually flip it the other direction because it's a better angle. And I wasn't really sure how to do that live, so sorry you guys have been kind of tilted. We'll get better at the live thing. Okay, let me show you this guy up close. This is what I like about Boom Gels. You can get this with regular white acrylic paint too. It's just difficult to control how much, but you get these cute little outlines. And the purple is a transparent color, so it's gonna cause them too. They're just not as pronounced. But I love those tiny cells that you get. Tiny, tiny cutenesses. I'm trying not to drop it while I show it to you guys. And I can't see what you're saying yet because I'm on a stool. But I think it passes as a spring bloom, don't you guys? And even the sides are pretty. I would show you, but I'm afraid. Maybe I'll show you. Even the sides are pretty, most of them. There's a couple naked corners, but we won't talk about it. So we just got to get our edges so the paint doesn't keep pulling off. And so when we resin it, since we taped the back, once the resin dries, we'll just heat up the painter's tape and pull the drips right off. But I think this one's a happy little guy. And if I don't run out of Boom Gel before Aubrey gets more, I'll be such a happy person. I'm not as dangerous on the white as I am the black. Man, there's a lot of paint on here. Whew, okay, I'm gonna go set this down. I will be right back. And that way I can say goodnight to you guys in case I'm missing anything that you're saying, because I don't want to be rude. This part right here, this little weird thing, it bugs me, but I have too much paint on my gloves to do much about it right now, but you can bet I'm about to try. We're just dabby, dabby, dabby. Ha! I win. We conquered the little thingy. Okay, let me go put this down. I will be right back. Hopefully without dripping any paint on the floor. My goodness, it's still dripping. Beautiful colors though. Okay, be right back. almost be right back. Okay. Okay, sorry, I had to put it up on the doodads. I'm trying to see what I missed. Oh yeah, lots of people like unicorn spit. I've never used it. You know, Michelle, you could maybe replicate something like that on fabric, but you'd have to actually maybe paint it on fabric. You know what I was thinking about fabric is, I wonder how the prism pour would do on, like, as a screen print paint. I think it might be too sparkly for that. But I would imagine that you could tint fabric paint with purely pigments and manipulate your own colors. Easter Live, oval canvas, and resin. Well, that would mean I'd have to have oval canvases, Casey. If I had them, I would do them. But since Easter is Sunday, that probably won't happen this year. I think you're right. I think Vivid Intense would work. I'm always thinking about color art possibilities, you know? Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm grateful that you hung out as long as you did. I'm going to do my best to clean up my mess and maybe get some reading in before the night is over. But you guys are down if we try to do Wednesday night lives a little more often in the future. I can't promise it'll be every week, but oh, really? I was wondering about the washable factor. Thanks, Casey. Yeah, it's crazy around here this year for sure. For the last couple weeks, my husband and I were both studying and stuff for just insane amounts of time. During the day is hard for me too, Pam. If I watch, like when I watch Leslie's lives, I am working, so I'm multitasking and I have to jump off for meetings and all that. So, well, thank you guys. I will definitely do my best to do more. I've also been thinking, and some of you guys have already told me your thoughts on this, I've also been thinking, in addition to doing some like live art auctions, which I've done 1 or 2 in the past, I've been thinking about doing like fun things like raffles. I haven't quite figured out the logistics of that. For those of you who don't know, my husband and I are going on a ministry trip to Brazil this year. So I'm trying to think of clever fundraising ideas. You know, auctions are always good fun, but you know, sometimes that's not necessarily what people want to do. So I thought about doing like raffles where we list I haven't thought it through yet, but like where we list various pieces at like a raffle ticket price, so you could potentially win the prize much cheaper than you would buy the art piece. You know what I mean? I just haven't thought it through yet. I got to think it through some more. And look at that messy spinner. What a big mess. But yeah, more to come. And I may just do like, we do a brief, like, yeah, mystery boxes are fun. You've tested it extensively as well as purely pigments. So they're washable with fabric medium. You know, that's good. So I might have to pick your brain, Michelle. Because I just got a screen printer and I was thinking about using purely pigments to alter the color of the fabric paint versus buying a whole bunch of fabric paint. I mean, I have tons of color here. Just a matter of making it work. So I might have to pick your brain about, you know, what I need to do to make it washable and dryable. That's a good idea, Casey. Like, just tickets to be in it. When I was thinking raffle, I was thinking like, let's say we raffle a vase and it's $5 a ticket. You can do as many tickets as you want, but the winner gets the vase after, you know, X amount of days. But that's a good idea too. I was trying to find a way to appeal to various audiences, you know, people who are not on YouTube too. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. I'm so happy you joined us. And thank you, everyone. Pamela, Pam, Casey. I don't know if Lisa's still with us, but Lisa. I know Cindy already left. But it was fun to get to hang out with you guys. And it's always fun for you guys to share colors and ideas, because I probably would do something different. So it is helpful. And it's a good brain break to get to paint. So I'm sure that if I don't mess this up really bad, the replay will be on YouTube, because I'm actually streaming from an app and not from YouTube. So hopefully I won't mess it up too bad. And I do like that we have flash, so you can actually see the colors a little bit better. But thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you have a fabulous night. I'm going to clean up my mess because I have a huge mess in here. And yeah, bless you guys. Have a wonderful evening. And I'll talk to you soon. That's wonderful to know, Michelle. I'm going to try that. Good night, Miss Pam. Night, Casey. Good night, Pamela. Take care, everyone. I will talk to you soon. I don't know if this is going to save or not.